Alright, I was forced to do this by Caterpillar. So if you want someone to blame them for this. So this is the Punchy Sonichu CWCki page. Why am I doing this? I could have done something productive. I could have done something productive with my life. I had to do this. Punchy Sonichu is a Sonichu and a member of the Chaotic Combo, formed from eggs released by the Chaotic Rainbow as a result of the collision between Super Sonic the Hedgehog and a Pikachu. He is a fighting/electric type Pokemon. He has stated that he is very attracted to Angelica, but ended up paired with Layla, whom Chris has drawn, giving him a cat. I already hate you so much. Why? Punchy is thought to be a racist Asian stereotype due to his slanted eyes and martial arts upbringing. Chris denies that Punchy is of Asian origin and claimed to Jackie that Punchy's eyes were a botched attempt at emulating Knuckles' furrowed brow. Despite this, both Knuckles and Pokemon were created in Japan. Punchy was still raised in a dojo. Oh my god. Okay. Come on, Quartz, you can get through this. It's just a Christian wiki, you can do this. However, the eyes were more altered in Sonichu number 10, where he looks even more like all the other Sonic recolors. Punchy is also a shitty Knuckles the Echidna knockoff, right down to the crescent-shaped birthmark on his chest, dreadlocks, and clawed punching gloves, which makes one wonder why he isn't an electric Echidna Pokemon. He's a combination of the four characters, Knuckles, Pikachu, Hitmonlee, and Hitmonchan. Sorry. Because Punchy is one of Chris's remotely amusing OCs due to the almost complete lack of originality and more or less a head swap of Knuckles, and the possibly unintentional racism of his design. He is a favorite amongst trolls. Punchy is also billed as a master of random access humor, which is to say he supposedly has the same shitty sense of humor as Chris. But for an incredibly long time, he had not actually demonstrated this trait even once in the comics. It finally surfaced in a video of Sonichu Babies, over a decade after Chris created him, much to the anticipation of no one. This in contrast to Wild Sonichu has done so several times. Despite Punchy being said to be freakishly strong and fierce, his power is barely seen in the comic. Oh, thank Jesus. Being reduced to just a poor comic relief, which is also the same fate Knuckles seems to have faced in recent years. Oh my god, they even have friggin' comic appearances. Oh dear Jesus. Okay. I can get through this. Punchy's Sonny Egg lands in a dojo, more specifically Nabe's Dojo Shin, where Master Nabe is teaching his student Maipo to fight. Where does he come up with these names? Chris Chan, where do you come up with these names? After hatching, Maipo challenges Punchy, who's still in his infantile Sonny form. She rips his tail off, and this anchors him into evolving quickly. Oh, because that's how Pokemon work. Are they like the friggin' VAR kids from Borderlands? Like, you just piss them off by damaging them, and all of a sudden they evolve. He uppercuts her so hard that she flies through the ceiling and into the sky, presumably killing her. However, Chris would clarify years later that Maipo survived the trip. She landed into a pile of hay in a wagon right by her house far from the dojo. Things apparently got a lot bleaker after that. According to the CWCki article for Sonichu of all things, Chris explains that Master Nabe was brutally murdered by an envious student, and Punchy avenged his tutor by killing the assassin himself. Punchy then buried both of them behind the school and continued to live there. Disturbingly, Punchy's main concern at the exact same time was getting Chris to turn the electricity back on at the dojo so he could watch television. He keeps his temper down by watching TV comedies. Oh dear Jesus. I can feel my brain cells dying. Well, Punchy punches rocks into the air as part of his martial arts training, and his claws accidentally collide with Blake's hoverboard and jam in it, which causes Punchy to hitch a ride. He eventually falls off and crashes into a tree where he meets the other chaotic combo members. He compliments Angelica on her flowers as likely the beginning of his infatuation with her. After this, he eventually participates in the violent assault of Blake, even though it was an accident. An accident, like his creation. Okay. Punchy and the other chaotic combo members are teleported into action by Chris. He has no speaking lines here because Chris can't be bothered to give any of his characters a personality. While everyone is pretending to worry about Crystal, Punchy, sympathetically for the reader, thinks to himself, I'm missing my samurai pizza cats. When the girls start babbling about Bionic the Hedgehog's basketball abilities, Wild and Punchy act like jealous children. Punchy thinks women should be more impressed by his brute strength than Bionic's athletic talent. When Patty remarks on how sweet Chris is, Punchy tells her what an ass kisser she is, cementing his place in the hearts of trollkind. Okay. He essentially created an incel character. That's like, damn. That's definitely relatable to the internet. Oh my god. I still have more to go. I just need a quick break. Here, Punchy reveals his feelings for Angelica to Wild. He says he doesn't know how to ask a girl out, and is too afraid to make the first move, which happens to be a trait of Knuckles. As Sega has said a few times, he is shy around girls. Wild then informs him that the CWCki University is offering a dating education course. This thrills Punchy, who insists on signing up for it as soon as possible. No dating course can save that man. He is ugly as hell. He is designed very poorly. And his personality is equivalent to that of a bowl of bran flakes, so... Okay, I still have more of this to read. In this story, Punchy goes to the CWCki University to learn how to date, despite the entire premise of his attendance being notionally to ask out Angelica. The teacher pairs him up with Layla, and he totally forgets about Angelica and makes no mention of her. Using his totally awesome motorcycle with a sidecar, which he has all of a sudden, he takes Layla on his first date to the classiest joint in CWCville, McDonald's. While he feeds Layla a french fry, Reginald Sneasel tries to sabotage the relationship but fails. Again, where does he come up with these names? I'm legit curious. So he mopes outside the joint. Luckily for the Sneasel, Angelica just happens to show up, Punchy failing to even notice his past crushes right outside. Oh my god. Okay. I just need to get to the last stretch, and I'll be okay. Punchy, Wild, and Reginald Sneasel all get laid immediately after dating Ed. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Punchy supposedly has a hangover at the beginning of this episode, despite the fact that drinking was illegal in CWCville. Okay. Alright, rough quest. Punchy had a major heart-on for Angelica, but then after meeting Layla, he forgot all about her. Perhaps thinking the Catholic Angelica wasn't gonna put out as quickly as Layla would. He would have been wrong though. Angelica spread her legs without a moment's hesitation for Reginald Sneasel. While Punchy was portrayed as a typical hapless, shy suitor, completely befuddled on how to approach the opposite sex, i.e. Chris Chan, Wild, Sonichu, etc., Punchy deviates from the norm by being the only non-jerk male to make the first move and approaching a lady in the series when he sees an opening. By being willing to change himself and his methods, keeping his options open, remaining optimistic about his chances of seducing someone, being relaxed when talking to a potential partner of the opposite sex, and improvising when things didn't quite go his way, the author once again wrote a scathing indictment on the haplessness of his own love quest. If you don't know about Chris Chan's love quest, it's essentially just him carrying around a poster where he just has these impossible standards. Punchy and Layla's dance in the dark reveals that either Layla likes it. Okay. Not gonna read that. This relationship comes to an end in Sancho 11 when Layla leaves him, fed up with Banana Soro's antics. She then sleeps with Reginald almost immediately after the breakup, implying neither Reginald or Layla actually cared about their significant others, which leaves Punchy and Angelica the only members of the chaotic couple without heart sweets. Perhaps Chris will go back to his original idea of pairing them together. Well, Chris Chan is in jail, so thankfully we won't get to see that happen. According to CWCipedia, Punchy's aforementioned totally awesome motorcycle Prower doubles as a ninja Autobot with razor-sharp chop-enhanced shuriken stars and holographic images. This makes Punchy a sharp close-spot attacker, as well as yet another manifestation of Chris's rampant plagiarism. I did it! Oh my god. I fucking did it. Caterpillar, I fucking love you and I hate you at the same time. Why would you make me do this?